How's it going, everyone? If you don't know who I am, my name is Eli, and I run Proxy AI, an AI automation agency. I've been running it for about a year and a half now. And in this video, I want to talk about how I am transitioning from kind of like a build and release model, giving AI systems to businesses, to a more educational based model with software at the core of it. Now, this approach that I'm taking involves a lot of reshaping, a lot of restructuring, and just a big change in general to a business. So I want to go over a kind of a comprehensive guide to restarting your business, as you can see on the screen here. And hopefully other people who are going through this can find this video, watch it, and gain some insights. Or if you just really dislike what you're currently doing at your business and you've been thinking for a little bit that you want to reshape, restructure, and change some things, I think you've stumbled across a really valuable video. So hopefully you'll stick around and watch till the end. So here's just a super quick look at the software we're actually creating. There's no name for it yet. It's going to be about 2 weeks out until beta launch. We have about 10 people on the beta so far, slightly more. So if you want to be a beta tester for the software, it's first link in the description. Basically just uses first principles thinking and techniques and tools to actually help you hit your first 10K month, be way more accountable to your goals, and just get way more shit done, basically. This is a very primitive MVP, or minimum viable product. So we're going to be adding a ton of new things. And if you get on right now, you'll have lifetime free access if we choose to add paid features. So it'll be really valuable to get on now. And it'll be super fun to just beta test. We're also just going to create a community so we can chat about stuff and just get better all together. So with that being said, let me move into the actual couple steps here that I'm taking to restart the company, reshape the company, and why I'm doing these things. So I think there's a really good quote from Jeff Bezos where he says, if you enjoy about 50% of your day-to-day, that's better than most people. And I'd agree with that. A lot of the friends I've talked to, a lot of the people I've talked to and met through online business have said that they're just not super stoked on like what they're doing, and their solutions or their systems, while they may be making 10, 20, 30K a month, it's not actually valuable to them, if that makes sense. Like, sure, it's valuable to the business owner that sucks at Facebook ads, and then they're like, oh, we can run your Facebook ads. Sure, it's great for them, but they don't really love what they're doing. And there's solutions to that, right? You can hire out a CEO for your company, and you can or you could sell, you could exit your company. There's different ways to go about tackling that problem of being unfulfilled. But I think the one that people are most scared to tackle head on is for sure the full restructure and taking the company in a new direction. Elon Musk is really good at this because he is on the Mount, he'll be on the summit of Mount Everest, and then he'll basically fall to base camp and climb all the way up again if he has a new idea. He's not scared to completely restart and take another stab at a brand new business model. When he did the Boring Company making tunnels, who the fuck makes tunnels? He has no idea how to do that, but he was like, oh, we got a machine and drill in the ground and make tunnels. Very inspirational for sure. So that's kind of a good analogy as to what you can do and reshape, and how it's good to just be fearless and go after it. So guide to restarting your company and how I'm looking at it. Again, this isn't telling you what to do. This is just my principles and the things that I'm implementing through my restructure. And hopefully you can take a couple pieces from it, right? So this just talks about Elon Musk. First principles thinking is extremely important. So at the end of the day, you can shape your reality and do whatever you want. If you poke reality, it'll have like an equal and opposite reaction, and something will occur on the other end. But if you focus too much energy down the wrong path, it gets harder and harder and harder to actually, start from zero and go again. I've been going for about a year and a half, and automation will still be a big part of the new company, just not in the same way. So I was upset because I was just giving companies these automated systems, and sure, they worked great for them. And I love building software, but I'd find myself in the weeds too often. And I was so mad that whenever they got the software, they weren't interested in learning how to build it themselves, which I offered multiple times to people. And they weren't interested in actually integrating more things. It was just like, hey, here we go, sign the contract, shake hands, here you go, and then I'd leave. And I just never felt fulfilled doing that. So with this kind of first principles thinking, I've deduced my unhappiness to the fact that I was giving people things and not continually working with them over a longer time horizon and an extended partnership model. So most of the things we do in business are habits, not strategies. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? Does it actually work? If the answer is because that's how it's done, that's your problem. Stop accepting rules that don't serve you. Exactly what I was just talking about. giving people things and then leaving, giving people automated systems and leaving was not what I wanted to do. Even though people didn't want that, I'm determined to find the group of people who do want that, right? And it's just about changing directions like that. Breaking down problems, reconstructing from first principles. I love this down here. Make the horse drink. Don't just lead it to the water. So before, I was trying to lead the horse to the water by asking these business owners what they wanted and how they wanted to incorporate these systems, but nobody wanted to listen and nobody actually wanted that in their business. So now I'm creating tools, templates, and systems to actually teach the horse that it's the right thing to do to drink and not just bring it to the water and have it like kick me in the face, right? For lack of a better analogy. So reigniting motivation through purpose. Again, something that a few of my online entrepreneur friends are just kind of fizzling out. They're lacking motivation. They're showing up at their desk at like 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, just not that stoked, like not as hungry with that fire in their belly that they had when they were first starting their companies. If your business doesn't mean something to you, and I don't mean the work or the impact you're having, I mean the actual day-to-day ops you do, you're not going to stick with it. Plain and simple. So I think that you can for sure easily have more than 50% satisfaction in your business. I think you can easily have that. So when I considered restarting my business, I had to get brutally honest with myself and ask, what problems do I actually care about solving? For me, online education is a massive problem that I care about solving. So that was just kind of all I needed to pivot to that and just go, sure, let's try and tackle that next. Learning from visionary risk takers. And again, you'll get this document. It'll be in the description. So I'm not going to go through it in its entirety. Simplification checklist here. You'll have access to all of this stuff. Embracing a teaching-based approach for authority and recurring revenue. Not so much the recurring revenue part. I don't know why I put that in there. More just a teaching-based approach for authority. So making these YouTube videos is an incredible way to establish yourself as a key player in whatever space, niche, or industry you are trying to tackle or you're currently in. If you aren't making YouTube videos or Instagram Reels, I highly recommend making authentic Reels, minimal editing, pick up the camera, just talk to it. That will increase your reach more than you can ever imagine. If you make like 50, 100 of those, you'll be in an entirely different place in your business and you'll unlock more opportunities than you even knew existed. And that's just a fact. It's very interesting how that all works. So we're 100% in a time right now where people can pick up their phone or go on their laptop and just be authentically themselves and make more money than they could ever imagine, which is wild. Of course, that depends on three things: having expertise, or at least documenting yourself learning something live. People love watching that kind of stuff. Creating valuable content, again, either around you learning something and always trying to help the person who's 1, 2, or 3 steps below you, right? Because it's very hard to often help the person who's 1 or 2 steps above you, or it's just a lot harder. And the content has to be valuable, right? To someone. Either you're good at something and you're teaching someone below, or you're just showing yourself learning that thing. And then you can build a community, right, of like-minded people. Free or paid, I would definitely go for free. But this is something that you can do with little to no experience and just lead the ship, right? Like you're the captain of the community. You're steering the ship in the right direction. And everyone's joining you because they believe in your vision, or they believe in your purpose, or they believe in you because they've watched enough of your content to know that you're a decent person and they like your morals, they like your values, right? People buy people, or people invest in people. And then there's this business audit. So I want you to go through this. Obviously, I can't make you do anything, but this would be super valuable. I think I've done this myself. Very valuable 30-day business audit, 30-day relaunch plan, changing your direction slightly, helping identify bottlenecks, helping identify what you hate doing. And then the mindset thing, starting fresh is not failure. Obviously, I think as all of you should know, hopefully, starting fresh is an extremely valuable thing, and it can teach you a ton more, and it can just show a different level of fearlessness that a lot of entrepreneurs in general will never show and have never shown because it's just so fucking scary to do, right? So that's all for this video, guys. Really, I just wanted to go over and just show my like actual relaunch process. These are a few things that I'm heavily considering and heavily thinking about every single day while I build the software out. I want people to understand that it's okay. I want people to understand that starting from square one is actually a beautiful thing that a lot of people, as I said, are just far too scared to do. So if you, So if you've been considering this for some time, maybe take this as your golden sign to actually do this and change the trajectory of your business. And by second order consequence of your life, by like, 10, 15%, and just see where that takes you. The software is coming out extremely soon, 2 weeks. First link in the description if you want to be a beta tester. This document will also be in the description if you want to download it, access it, and just kind of use it. Yeah. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and we will see you in the next one.